Hey girl, hey. Say hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. To Rock Mommy channel. Hey girl, hey. We're going to Rock Mommy channel.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I actually have a breakfast crock pot recipe that is so amazing. So you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned for that. It's one of those recipes where you might need to get up before everybody else and go on and get it going so that when everybody wakes up, it'll be ready to go. And I also have another quick and easy dinner idea. It's something that you can make for one night and it's gonna be enough left over to where you can either freeze the rest, save it for another night, make a couple of other recipes with it. It is completely up to you. So let's go on and jump right in. So this first recipe is a cinnamon roll casserole. And for this recipe, you need 4 eggs, vanilla extract, cinnamon, whipping cream, brown sugar, and 2 packages of Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. And to get started, I'm just going to cut my cinnamon rolls into 4s. And I will have the link to this recipe down in the description box. It is another Pinterest recipe that I have used and we love it. This makes such a really good Saturday morning meal. I normally wake up before everyone else on Saturday mornings. So this was a really good option for me just to go on and get this in the crock pot, and I could do whatever else I needed to do until everybody got up. So next up, I'm just gonna mix all of the other ingredients together in a bowl and just mix them up together really well. And then I will pour it over the cinnamon rolls, as you'll see in just a moment. And you guys know I'm not a measuring cook. I do believe that was about a 1/2 cup of whipping cream. I also added some pancake syrup in there too that you just saw. The vanilla and the cinnamon I did not measure. I did measure out 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And if you're like me and you're a cook that does not really measure, I just use what I knew would taste right to us, what we like to taste in our flavoring. I know that I don't like too much cinnamon. I like more brown sugar than cinnamon, but if you need exact measurements, like I said, I am linking the Pinterest recipe down below in the description box. So now I'm just gonna spread the cinnamon rolls across the bottom of the crock pot. And I know it looks like there are a lot of holes and gaps and it's not gonna spread, but when it starts to cook, it is going to spread. So you just wanna make sure that you layer them kind of as evenly as you can across the bottom of the crock pot. And then you're gonna pour your entire egg mixture all over those cinnamon rolls. And then you're gonna add the rest of your cinnamon rolls on top of that mixture. And like I said, once it starts to cook, it is going to spread out. Now, if I had to go back and redo this recipe again for you, I would have definitely added at least 2 more cans of cinnamon rolls. That would have just made it a lot thicker, and because when it cooks, it did not cook up, but it cooked out. So if I was gonna do it again, I would do a couple of more layers. So if like you're gonna do it for a lot of people, for maybe like a brunch type of thing, that would be something that you would want to consider, is getting more than 2 cans of cinnamon rolls. And like I always say, you have to know your crock pot. I just cooked this on low for 2 hours. And at the 1 hour mark, I melted one of the canisters of cream cheese that comes with the cinnamon rolls, and I just poured that over, and I allowed it to cook for another hour. And after 2 hours, this is what we have. I then put the rest of the cream cheese mixture on there as well, and here we go. Guys, it was so tasty. You could just pair this with some fruit. That's all I did. My kids demolished all of this. There was none left. So this is definitely something nice and sweet for breakfast. So now we're going to move on to a dinner recipe. So I'm going to be making a pork butt in the crock pot, and here are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. My Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce, brown sugar, smoky mesquite seasoning, my Kinder's blend, y'all know I love that, onion powder, liquid smoke, and a Bud Light. And I saw this recipe over on Jen's channel at Cook, Clean, and Repeat. And we've always made pork butts like on the grill, but I never thought about doing one in the crock pot. So when I saw her do that, I said, I'm going to give that a try. So it turned out so good. And the thing about this is, yes, it makes so much meat. We were able to eat pulled pork sandwiches with this, but you can just like put the rest in a Ziploc bag and freeze it, or you can like use it for other recipes later in the week. It's just completely up to you. We don't eat pork like that on a daily basis or anything, so we just put some away in the freezer, and that will be a meal for another day and another week. And that is, to me, so convenient because I need that some evenings. So yes, I just seasoned it up with the seasonings of my choice and put it in the crock pot, topped it with the barbecue sauce, the brown sugar, the liquid smoke, and half of the can of the Bud Light beer. And we let it cook for 13 hours. This is one of those things you have to know your crock pot. So we turned it on that night before we went to bed and just allowed it to cook through the night and into half of the next day. My husband was able to watch it for me, and look at that. Just see how that bone just slides right on out of there. So yes, Jen gave me this idea, so I definitely had to try it because we like those grilled type of meals. My husband likes to grill, but since it's a little cooler outside right now, we're not doing a lot of grilling. So I said, why not try this in the crock pot now? So that's what we did. And so after it was done, we just pulled it apart, and y'all, look at how tender it was. Oh my gosh. And the flavor was so bold. I'm telling y'all, that Kinder's blend just gives that garlic, and it just gives such a bold flavor. I just get you some. If you don't have any of that, use that. I'm swearing by that now. So good. Apologize, guys. I was having a serious lighting situation on this day. The lighting in my kitchen is extremely yellow, and so we're in the process of transitioning out those yellow lights for the daylight light. So that's why it just looks a little weird, because I'm using my lighting and it was evening time and it just was not working. But here is the finished product. I'm just making a barbecue sandwich, and I'm going to top it off with some barbecue sauce and coleslaw. And you can pair it with some coleslaw on the side or on your sandwich. It's completely up to you. We just paired it with some of those seasoned fries, and it was all delicious. It just went so well together. It was simple, it was easy, and like I said, we have enough for a dinner on a completely different night. So the convenience is next to none. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed those easy recipes that I made for you today. I have really been enjoying making these crockpot videos. I really thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I am going to get back to making the cleaning and homemaking content as well, but I am really enjoying making the cooking videos. I hope that these crockpot recipes that I've been showing you guys are giving you ideas of recipes and meals that you can create for your family without just being in front of the stove for a long period of time. I really hope that you're able to use them, and let me know if you are. I really am interested to know if you're able to use those recipes. Do you like them? Did you change anything? Did you try anything new? Let me know in the comment section. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.